ما أريد من هذا الشعب إلا أن يزيد في الحمد والشكر إلى الله عز وجل، ويزيد من محبة الوطن، ويزيد من العمل ومضاعفة العمل لما يسعى فيه من خير له وللدولة والأهل. هذا اللي أنا أدوره من الشعب، وربنا إن شاء الله يوفقنا جميعا على ما يحب ويرضى.
"15 years of successful women, over 520,000 facilities has implemented a whole different definition for the technology from Singapore and now at the UAE. Today, have a different definition for technology with Auberon."
إلا محب زايد أسسها واليوثن وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد. إلا دار زايد لا تقرب حماها، لا تقرب منازلها إلا محب زايد أسسها.
I first of all, Auberon would like to thank the leadership of the United Arab Emirates for fostering an environment that has greatly contributed to our growth and success here.
We are back again in Junior Peels, as we always promised you to get you such a beautiful and the top achievers from the heart of the UAE. United Arab Emirates has become the first destination regionally and internationally for many fields. When we first thought about technology, we may think about devices or AI or maybe such a digital lifestyle. Today, we will have a full different definition for technology with Ms. Dilly, Aspatraj, and her journey in Auberon. So, Ms. Dilly, how are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
Thank you so much. I can see you are such a beautiful guest today. So I need to ask you, how did you begin this journey for Auberon?
It started, I think, about 15 years ago. All right. My journey started from Singapore. All right, and in Singapore, I was running my own company, and I was like wanted to venture into something new. I just didn't want to be sitting and just doing something in Singapore. I wanted to explore the world. So I thought, why not? Since I have the IT information and I'm so passionate about IT, I wanted to move into a different sector or different country, you know, and that's when we chose UAE, because we had friends here who told us that UAE was a growing nation and that technology is something that everybody is looking forward to. So because of that, I thought, okay, why not? So when we came here, we actually went to participate in a few tenders and all, and we won a tender. And then from that tender, which initially was a very small project, was a document management project, then we ventured into our specialized area now, which is facilities management.
So, Ms. Dilly, before knowing such a beautiful and great journey to decide to build this whole company, I want to go deeply and personally, if you don't mind, with Ms. Dilly. Like, when did you start this? Who was with you? Who was the inspiration, Ms. Dilly? And I want everyone today to know, who's Ms. Dilly?
Okay, if you want to know my background, I was actually a teacher.
A teacher?
Yes, I was a teacher, and I was teaching kindergarten, secondary, and university students. After the teaching, I went into a company as a liaison officer, and there I managed to get a lot of projects for the company. Then I thought, okay, I've done my bit here in Singapore. I want to move somewhere else. And that's when I decided to come to UAE.
So you have been in UAE from 15 years?
Yes, 15 years. So when I first came here, I didn't know anything. UAE was very, very new to me, and I was just somebody who was like very curious, and I wanted to do, and I was very determined that I wanted to prove myself that what I've done in Singapore, I wanted to come here and prove myself in UAE. And so I think we started a foot in Abu Dhabi, and then we got projects, and then we went into digital transformation. We were looking at how we can use IT to transform the IT sector digitally, to make sure that it reaches each and everyone, and everyone benefits from it, you know.
So you was teaching IT, I guess, in the school? Or how did you get the idea to improve and have a whole company for the technology?
Okay, what happened was, when I was teaching, I used to read up a lot on IT, and that created a lot of interest. So I did a lot of, I didn't go to school to study IT, but I picked up IT skills and all, and then together with a team in Singapore, because where I was in a company, there I picked up a lot of skills. So from that skills, I felt that being in Singapore was not enough, because Singapore is a very small nation. Yes. Although it is technologically very advanced, but financially very strong also. But I needed to, I just cannot be confined to that small environment. I felt that maybe I should venture out and then share my experience, my expertise here in UAE. And so I came here with a partner. Together with him, we set up Auberon technology.
So this is taking me to a whole different stage. Maybe it will be difficult on you, but I need to ask you, what was the whole challenges you faced here? From the first point to the last point. I know we are challenging everything new every day here, but I need to know from the first step exactly. You said you didn't know anything here when you moved to UAE.
Very frankly speaking, when I first came, in Singapore, if I compare Singapore and UAE, it's totally different. Singapore was, you don't have so high buildings. We do have high-rise buildings and all that, but here the buildings were all so huge. So that fascinated me. Then I used to think, my God, so huge this place. How do we go and mix with the people? Because you are seeing so many different people from all over the world.
We have over 200 nationalities.
Yeah, so, and then everybody is speaking a lot of languages, and then I was like, oh my God, I don't know what is happening. And then I told myself that that shouldn't stop me from trying to understand. So we made friends. So the initially was language barrier. That was one of the things that I had. That I overcame together with friends. They helped us to overcome that. Then secondly was getting an office. We don't know anything about getting an office here first time. So that I managed to talk to friends and all that, and then we got. So if you ask me, the challenges I faced initially was coming into a country, you do not know the government policies, you do not know the culture, you do not know the people very well, because all of us come from different countries, we have our own cultures. So for us to understand somebody else's culture was a learning curve for us, you know. But eventually when I did understand, I just felt that our local Emiratis are fantastic. Today I have a lot of friends, Emiratis, you know, from UAE, from all over. And they are a gem of a people, because this is what I learned in my journey.
Exactly. This is what I was going to ask you. So through facing different cultures, from being, you're Indian, right, Ms. Dilly?
Yeah, I'm a Singaporean basically.
Oh.
I'm a Singaporean, but in Singapore we have 4 different races. That is, we have Chinese, Malay, Indian, and Eurasians. So I'm Indian. Yeah. But I'm not born in India or what, I'm actually...
Yeah, you're originally from Singapore, but like the roots is Indian.
Yes, yeah. The roots are in India, yes.
So, Ms. Dilly, I've noticed when you were answering me that you moved here with your partner. So I need to know who was influencing and had the whole effect on Ms. Dilly, who inspired her.
You see, in life, I think very important is our family. Without our family's support, we cannot be where we are today. So I sacrificed being with my family. for the last 15 years. Okay, I came from Singapore, so when I used to go back to Singapore, it was like a holiday, 1 week and I come back. Okay, so most important thing who influenced my growth here is my family. Secondly is my partners. Okay, partners, I mean not only my immediate partner, but partners from different fields and different organizations whom I met along the way, who gave me a lot of encouragement, told me that you can be a lady, but you can still achieve if you set your mind to it. So it's partners and friends. So without family, partners and friends, I think I won't be sitting here and talking to you today.
Exactly, that's why.
Yeah.
So, Ms. Dilly, you were talking about the family support and friends and even your partners. So I've been always thinking that without your family support, maybe, yes, you will be succeed in your life, be successful in your life, and even get to the point, but inside you, you will not feel anything good. Because at the end of the point, as I'm going to get my awards, if I didn't look back and see my family supporting me behind me, I will never feel anything. So from this question, I need to ask you, what about your family? How did you manage to be a mother and a businesswoman and the leadership? How did you manage this?
I believe in three things: people, product, people, process. Okay, the people, if you're referring to my family, that there must be a process. Miss, how did I mentally process everything to make sure that everything is done properly and focus? So what I did was, when I knew that I'm coming here, I had to make sure that the family, everything is set up, because my kids were growing up. Okay, they were in universities and all that, so I have to make sure that everything is done. So before I left for UAE, I made sure that all their studies, their family things like financials, the people to take care of them, helpers and all, was settled. So what I did was I planned. You know, project management is very important in life. Whether it is in office, even in family, you need to plan well.
Always manage everything,
Yes.
because we always find management in our life. It's not only about businesses.
No.
Yes.
So what I did was I planned everything. I mean, I just give you, this might be just deviating. When I was working in this IT company, I was telling you earlier, I was in Spain one day. All right, and I was actually went down to meet some clients. So while I was there, it was midnight. I think I was fast asleep. And my sons in my home, when they were growing up, I had drawers for them. I will name the drawers J, Vijay, Punam. And then the things are all arranged accordingly. So my son one day called me from Singapore, said, "Mom, I can't find my socks. Can you tell me where it is?" Okay, so what I did was I told him, "Vijay, it is, you go to the room, you see the name Vijay, second drawer. If you just pull out, you can see your socks." So that is how I organized it.
This was like a simple example for how you already manage the whole life for your family,
Yes.
and even your kids, how they grow up with such a great mother like you.
So they had a schedule. That means I planned everything. So even the studies and the way they went to school, the way they manage. And then my helper, I will give instructions to my helper what to do, what exactly. So a lot of freedom was given to my kids, but everything was in focus, and everything was like, I told them that you all must make sure that you're not only best product, everything will run smoothly.
And I've also been reading the vision you already wrote through the website, that Auberon, we don't sell product, we see future. I've seen this. So I need to ask you, who chose this vision, and how did you see the vision of Auberon in this way?
See, when I first came here, as I said, I was very new and I didn't know. But then when you start understanding this whole ecosystem here, then you compare them with Singapore, you compare them with Malaysia and Japan and everywhere. You see, everywhere the culture is different, the way people interact is different, the people's requirements are different. So what I did was I had to make sure, as you say, the vision was to create something that is universal for everybody. That means it's not difficult, it's user friendly, and they are able to understand and use whatever we are providing them. So I actually did an analysis of whatever is there around that I have offered to different.
So you put yourself inside the environment, and then you decided to see what everyone will need and what are all the requirements from everyone, not only by a specific country or maybe a specific religion. You already put it at, as you said, universal.
You see, the thing is, as I said, if your processes are right, that means I know my process in UAE, I know my process in Singapore, this is how it has to be done and all. If you know, and if you have a centralized system, which we have now, okay, our centralized system caters to Singapore, to Malaysia, to Thailand, to Australia, to UAE. All right, so what we do is, we already know this is what is required in all these places, so you tweak it. When you tweak it, you are giving customized solutions to each and every one.
You're shooting every services for all the projects.
Yes. And one of the most important thing that I believe is support. Because a lot of companies, when we came here, they didn't have support. They'll come and give you the software and they say, okay, use it. But then people like me and everyone else are like, okay, they've given us something, but how do we use it? Isn't there anyone to help us to understand? So that is an area that I understood very well, and then I started building a team here that will go, like you see, we are able to service 500 facilities because I have a team that goes to each and every facilities to sit down with the people to understand their requirement and then get everything done properly so that everything is seamless. So today, the facilities are functioning properly is because of what we had envisioned and the processes and the people that we put together to make sure that it runs.
And I've seen already in through your answers that you have played the weakness point to be a strength point for your businesses.
Yes,
you
exactly.
Yes, I've focused on that you transferred the weakness point to be a strengthening point, and then it will be an opportunity for me to come for you, to choose Auberon.
Yes, you rightly said, because as what you said, when there is something lacking, you see, like for example, if you buy a phone and you do not know how to use the phone, there must be someone to help you, some document to help you. But if you don't, yes, but if you don't have that, then it becomes redundant. This is only a small example. When we talk about facilities management in hospitals, in schools and all that, see, people are very busy. For example, let's take a hospital. The doctor, the nurses are all very busy. You think they will have time to sit down and do this facility, to say one light is not working, the medical equipment, the X-ray machine is not working, they will not be able to go and call for somebody, because that is not their job. Their job is to look after lives, right? Yeah, to save lives, right? So this is where we come in. We come in and say, okay, you all do your job, our job, yeah, for you to, yes, so that's what we do. So that's why we have been able to survive here in UAE, because we understood the pain points and able to address that, so that they all are, today if you ask me, they all are very happy.
So Ms. Dilly, I need you to tell me the collaboration between Auberon and the other companies, because when I've been reading it through the website or the books for Auberon, so I have seen that you already collaborated with many companies. Can you talk about this part?
Yeah, sure. See, what happened was, initially we were doing BIM projects, building information management projects. That means you do 3D modeling. So we collaborated with a company called Autodesk, all right? And for them, together with them, we have done a lot of modeling work for some of our clients, some hospitals, some schools. So a lot of projects. I mean, if I tell you now, there's too many projects to talk about. So we have done that. So one of the partners that we have collaboration with is Autodesk. Secondly is, we also offer document management solutions, all right? And that we collaborated with OpenText. It's a Canadian company that we collaborated with, and we have brought the solution here to UAE. Thirdly, we worked with a company called CADI for RFID, radio frequency information tagging, RFID. So with a company, it's a Singaporean company. They have, we worked together with them in a lot of hospitals in Singapore. So we brought that solution here and we have implemented in some of the hospitals in UAE. Thirdly, we also collaborated with Akibus. This is for space management solution. So when we are sitting here, how do you maximize your space? So using that software, we were able to do that. Okay, like that we did with Microsoft. We become partners with Microsoft. Who else? Oracle. We did something with Oracle.
So Miss Dilly, I don't want to say at the end of this conversation, because to be honest, I don't want to end the conversation with you. You're such a great leader and a grateful woman, but I need you to give me an advice for this generation, for the AI generation. So what's your advice, Miss Dilly?
A few things that I have in mind. One of it is this generation should embrace technology. They shouldn't be afraid, because there are a lot of people who think technology is something difficult, we cannot learn. So they should go forward. Even if they make mistakes, it doesn't matter, you can still learn. And there's a lot of opportunities, there's a lot of tools in the market where you can actually adopt and understand this technology, whether it's AI or anything. It doesn't have to be only AI, because in technology, there's so many different aspects to it, you know. So you have like facilities, you have like we were doing document management, we were doing control and command center. Now that is one area maybe the younger generation could look at, how they can do analysis and then come up with the best solution to offer to the clients.
And especially nowadays, I feel like, and I always see the AI generation or even the technology, it was before complicated, but now it's such an easier and a quicker. And I want to also ask you about Auberon itself. So do you have any other secrets for Auberon? Maybe you need to share it with me.
Okay.
There's anything coming soon? Something new you're gonna launch for Auberon?
Oh yes, we are launching our, see what's happened is we are launching one new education app. This is going to be launched in Singapore and then we are also going to bring it to UAE. And this app is actually to help students understand how they can do their homework using AI technology. So what we have done is, in schools, teachers give homework to the students, right? So then one teacher doesn't take one class, they take multiple classes. So if there are 40 students in a class, and let's say they're given 5, there's 200 students then, right? So for 200 students, one day if you give homework, the teacher will not be able to complete the marking. So we have come up with a solution whereby AI helps the teachers to do the marking. So we are going to launch it in early January. In fact, it's this September is when it is going to be completed, and then we're going to
the
launch
next month it will be implemented and launched.
Yes, so it was going to be launched in schools.
It's such a great idea to have like a whole different, a whole different way to learn and to study. Like for me, I've been always studying my whole life in school and college without even feeling that I need an AI or a laptop. It always has been the old way. But from your idea, I feel it will be much easier for the students, and this will support them to love studying, not only studying for the parents. They love studying, yes.
Actually, this AI tool that we have developed, if the student is weak in a subject, let's say maths, and they're weak in one of the particular, maybe algebra, okay, the AI will actually guide them. This is how we have developed it. It will guide them until the student understands it and then moves on to the next topic, you know. So
I'm really so happy that you have decided to share the secret with me. So thank you so
we
much.
We are also launching our new CAFM product with AI. It's going to be launched also by the end of this month.
This is really great that you have have such as a various ideas for students and different generation, and even you didn't even decided to focus in only one niche. You decided to be viral in everyone. Yes. This is really great. So Miss Dilly, I need you to look at the camera and just tell me a message for UAE and tell me a message for the generation in UAE.
I like to share my thoughts for the UAE generation. I believe that if we focus, if we are committed, and if we are sincere in whatever we do, we all can be successful in whatever field we choose, in whatever things that we want to do. Because the world is open and there's a lot of opportunities for each and every one of you. So focus, commit yourself, and be happy in whatever you're doing and satisfied. Thank you.
Through the conversation, Ms. Dilly, you told me you have prepared something to say for the UAE government. What would you like to say?
I, first of all, Auberon would like to thank the leadership of the United Arab Emirates for fostering an environment that has greatly contributed to our growth and success here. And we are truly inspired by the UAE's dedication to becoming a global hub in technology and innovation. And the UAE's leadership has enabled us to develop our solutions and expand our capabilities, allowing us to contribute to the nation's digital evolution.